Last time on Humblewood.
Last time on Humblewood from the ashes.
Wait, we're playing Humblewood?
Excuse me. Well, we are. You've been kicked out. We're playing Humblewood Survivor.
The giant fire elemental is rampaging through the forest, setting fire to all the trees. It's heading right towards the elder tree, and everyone's screaming and
here
running.
He comes with this. Here he comes with a steel chair.
The tree comes to life as a giant tree, and he starts punching the elemental. He's rolling around, crushing everything.
Last time on From the Ashes. After transforming the bandit coalition into the Wildwood Brigade, the defenders of Alderheart faced a new threat when dangerous emberbat swarms and fire creatures began encroaching on the wood. The party made its way with Tever, a tender, to the place where he had last seen his mentor disappear, attacked by something. And you ended up having to fight a molten ash snake. After dispatching that, several more emerged during a sort of an earthquake, but then they all slithered off, as a gigantic creature of black rock and magma emerged from the forest behind you guys. Started chasing. You were forced to flee. It, for some reason, did not... While it chased you, it could not keep up with you. And you were able to outpace it. Back in Alderheart, the Birdfolk Council and the Tenders responded by basically organizing what they have to do next, and gave you guys equipment vouchers and a magical feathered helm, which I think Rikki took. You were tasked with heading to the Avium, a place of higher learning, to seek out the Dean there, who could possibly have more information or know where to find information on whatever this is. You're pretty much tasked with finding whatever you can, be it rumor, anecdotes, or speculation, or possibly even facts. But you have to make your way there after traveling through the woods and avoiding an owl bear at one point, and avoiding the nest of a forest prowler. Seemingly towards the end of the journey, a Mapach in the middle of the road with a bunch of bandits jumped out and essentially ambushed you guys. During the fight, Rikki grew large and chased after this Mapach before pretty much getting the crap beat out of her. And then, before the finishing sort of blow came, the Mapach stopped and realized that he was staring at his sister. That Mapach was Tavi, Rikki's brother. From the same mother. And that's where we are.
Everyone's just dumbfounded at the revelation.
Yep. Fine.
I thought
run forward to pull this guy out of the river.
Yeah, you were pretty much getting him out of the river. I think where's the music I chose for this one?
Oh, I think I have the feathered helm.
Perry. Okay, yeah. If you've got it, then I forget who took it. So if it's in your inventory, you probably have it then.
Yeah.
I forget what it does.
So
What's the
as we left off, Rikki, you're technically at 1 hit point. I didn't tell you the damage last time, but go ahead and put yourself at 1 hit point. As Tabby was about to give you the finishing blow to knock you out, he stopped and kind of said, your name. And you were like, yeah, I knew it was you. I was just testing you and letting you win because of that. And he's kind of like dumbfounded for a bit before he snaps out of it, tells everybody to stop. He's like, no, I was totally gonna win no matter what. No way you're gonna beat me. What are you doing out here? How did you con yourself into being the defenders of Alderheart?
Because
it's dangerous out here.
The fires are spreading, and someone has to do something about it.
And you conned yourself into being the. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. I didn't know you.
Maybe we'll
could
see.
do it.
Yeah,
boss, what's it? No, it's just false alarm. These totally can't be the real defenders of Alderheart. This one is totally way too weak Didn't lay a hand on me. Look at me. I'm completely fine. Look at I gave her like 3 black eyes.
3.
Quilton
So kind of
will,
looks over at you and
Quilton will step forward and go, like, Rikki, you know this bandit? Try to ambush us? Prevent our from going on our way?
Hey.
Yeah, I do.
Well, good. You can tell him to let us pass, then. I started walking past this, Vulpin cleric. Saying, excuse
kind of
me.
like looks between
Excuse me,
you
young
and
man.
and Tavi and you and Tavi and you and Tavi, and it's kind of like, well, what do I do? And it's like, just let him go. Let him. Rikki, it's dangerous out here. How many bandits are on the trail? I mean, less now, but there were a lot.
Yeah, because some of them gained some sense and came to help us with the cause. I mean, obviously the Bird Council's not going to do anything about it themselves. And if we just sit on our hands and don't do anything, the whole forest will be gone before too long.
But that's what Benna was supposed to be doing, and she couldn't handle it. Kind of just exasperated. What? Are you really gonna go fight the fires?
Yeah, I am.
How?
With the help of these people, and Benna's people, and even the Perch Guard.
Never.
Together we have a lot more of a chance of doing it than each of us alone.
Make a persuasion check. He kind of looks at you and is like, I mean, no, yeah, but I mean, look at what I did. You were twice the size of me, and I was able to do that.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to
like
admit,
old
it was
times.
a bit of luck, and if you rely on luck too much, then eventually it'll run out.
Always with the luck. Always. You never give me my due. Well, sometimes you did, but a lot of times you didn't, and it, you know. I mean, I won. Okay, I won. Fair and square, right?
You did, but how much is winning going to be worth if we all lose our homes? Eventually,
True.
you're going to be fighting for scraps, and then you'll be fighting for each other, and then the fires will come for you too.
I mean, we're already doing that.
So you're just going to turn a blind eye to it?
Bird Council has turned a blind eye to us for so long, and now it wants
They have.
what the help of the Bandit Coalition and Benna. Yeah.
We'll get through this, and the Bird Council will see how powerful we all are together. I expect before too long we'll even have humble folk representatives within the council. Maybe they'll stop calling it the Bird Council.
Just call it the Folk Council. Yeah.
Or something. Workshop it a little bit.
Let's do that. Yeah, it's a bit. Well, I can't. You have me in an impasse. I cannot just beat the crap out of my own sister. It's kind of cheap. Everybody think you took a fall for me. Nothing else. Kind of walks right up to you.
Gonna. Hey guys, he definitely didn't take a fall for me.
kind of like the Mapach that Vim is healing, healing. It's like,
No, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, hey, you in the bush? Help! He's really heavy when he's waterlogged.
Oh, he's yeah, sure. Kind of like brings him onto the to the ocean, onto the shoreline or onto the bank, and then it's kind of like doing that thing where you're just like kind of like a cartoony. You're sitting on his stomach to kind of like get all the water out, and like it's coming out in like a fountain spray, and eventually starts coughing, and then it's just he's fine.
Holds up an Acme sign. Ow.
I'll go after the other one. Get him out.
No, he's already halfway down the river.
Oh no.
Face down.
It's fine.
Oh boy.
I'll walk up to Rikki and I'll say to her, even if he's your brother, we can't have bandits on the road.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping he has a change of heart.
What was the
He's
name
smart.
of
He'll do the right thing.
What's the name of the new bandit coalition? Not the bandit, but the
Wildwood Brigade.
Wildwood
Brigade.
Brigade. Yeah, I thought it was Wildfire. Go, Tabby, young man.
Yeah, what do you want?
The Wildwood Brigade, made up of some good people who have been displaced just like you and have the same animosity toward the Bird Council in the way Alderheart's treated the citizen, in the way Alderheart is, and dismissed the wood's needs, and they're doing their best to make it a better place. And if you're anything like Rikki here, then I know you can help in that too.
Make a persuasion check.
Do we get an advantage for grandfatherly advice?
Nope. He's a rebel. He doesn't give a shit about his grandfather. You didn't give him a 20. You didn't give him a $5 last time he came over.
Roll quarters. A 3.
3. Look, old man, I'm sure that you've got your nice things and whatnots, and I don't know, but for me, kind of looks over at Rikki, takes the wanted poster out of your pocket that he notices and unfurls it. I can't go back to Alderheart right now. Rolls it back up and hands it back to Rikki.
Well then, go to Meadowfen. Good people there. People displaced by the fires. Tell them your family. They'll treat you right there.
Maybe another time. I can't do that yet. Looks back at you, Rikki. Stay safe. And kind of goes in.
Hey, before
just
we go,
hugs you.
I'll return the hug.
Yeah.
Awkward sibling hug.
Perry's looking at that and he's like, "What the hell are they doing?" Supposed to say hug. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Go ahead, Boom.
Have you heard about any bandit groups who are dealing in folk trafficking?
I had heard some stuff, but if you think I'm doing that, no, that's off limits for me. That's nothing I'll do. I'll learn my lesson. I'm clean.
We'll meet up again soon, but we do have to
Is that still
head on.
Is that still a thing, or was it just a rumor that the bandits were doing that?
It's definitely dissipated. They definitely were. My notes don't have any more information on that, and I'm wondering if I missed something in like at the end of the first or second chapter.
This is a little above table. I had thought that people were joining the bandits and people were thinking they were being kidnapped. Like that's what I thought was happening.
That's a possibility, but I don't think that's the specific. I will relook that to make sure that if there's any information of that I missed in my notes. But it's like at the very least, what's ultimately happened is that like the bandit coalition kind of like dissipating has made that mostly go away, and obviously the fires are now the bigger problem. no matter what's going on. So, and with the dissipation of the Bandit Coalition, it's like they don't have the stronghold anymore. They don't have they're just kind of like splintered. Whatever's left, such as Tabby here. And you, old man.
I look behind me. Oh, okay, yeah, me? What?
Keep her safe. Points to Rikki.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, it's a bus. Let's get out of here.
She's the one keeping me safe.
Because, well, return the favor. Alright. Thanks, Mr. Perry. I hurt my head real bad.
Yeah, keep your noggin in check.
I'll try that. Thank you, Squeak. They, head on into the woods. Peter and the Wolf plays.
Wolf, where? Ah!
You guys are able to just clean up your wounds. You can take a short rest because you're kind of on the last leg of your journey. You can probably push the rest of the day to get there if you want to take a short rest now, or you can take a long rest and just hit it in the morning. It's up to you guys. Looks like Rikki's the only one that got really hurt.
Pretty bad. I'm gonna do the pro gamer move that someone told me. Use second wind and then take a short rest.
There you go.
Just clench really hard and then relax.
For an hour.
Yep. I know they fixed up some of that cheesing in 2024. This specifically is fine, but like some other stuff was they kind of addressed, because I remember reading about that when it came out.
Yeah, there's some stuff sorcerers can do that basically gave them like infinite sorcery points.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanna like house rule it, that I can.
No, you're completely fine. This one, that's still by the book. You're still doing it by the book, completely fair.
Can people still coffee lock?
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Coffee lock.
It's so when you've got a dip into sorcerer and a dip into warlock, you just perpetually convert the short rest warlock spell slots into sorcery points. And then because warlocks can do that thing where they don't need to sleep, they just stay up all night converting spells into sorcery points.
Oh my god,
now,
that's great.
Warlock pact magic is not spell slots.
This is true. Well, it's not spell casting. You're right. There is a very different thing. So but it's usually treated the same unless you get into the nitty gritty rules. But yeah, it's still interesting.
Oh,
all right. Just let me know when you're good, Rikki.
I'll say to Rikki, saying, "We run into them on the way back. We may have to be a little bit less friendly."
Yeah, we might.
Maybe we can beat them this time.
You may not hold back, because you surprise them with your giganticism. How did he not recognize him? How did he not recognize you? So you got right up in each other's faces.
He had a hood on, and I guess maybe I was just too tall.
You notice he was like putting on kind of a really gruff voice, like he's putting on an act?
Yeah.
Weird.
Turns out Rikki is just partially face blind. Anybody that's got shadows she can't recognize.
I think we already touched on the fact that Rikki thinks all Mapachs look the same.
Looks at Vim. Vim? Or is it... No, she looks at Vim and she's like, Tavi, that you? No. Now, do you have a second brother or sister that's named Tiki? That's the question.
I don't know. That's...
For those that don't know, Rikki Tikki Tavi, which is where I got the name Tavi, is a short story or children's book about a mongoose that had a animated film adaptation that I think was by Chuck Jones of Looney Tunes. But that's where I got the name from.
Beautiful.
But after a short rest and continuing on, everything is pretty much good until you finally see cresting over the hill another giant tree. You make yourself to the College of the Birdfolk.
Maybe
This is not the official art of the thing. This is something that kind of like has a more magical feel that is not a map diagram, but it's the same kind of thing. It's a large tree. There's sort of buildings built into it, and there's also these four floating dome structures that are kind of like near the top of the canopy. Four gigantic circular stone platforms float alongside several towers and spires in the air above you. These structures slowly rotate around a leafless and branchless tree trunk made of solid stone. The trunk towers hundreds of feet high, and the orbiting structures appear to connect it to stone bridges which jut out of the trunk near its upper levels. This is the official art. You see two yeah, that's the thing. I'm thinking of that, or the large arcos from SimCity 2000.
Yeah. Well, they have like a lighthouse up there too.
It feels very Edge Chronicles.
I'm not learned enough to know what that is. I'm a pleb.
Book series with floating islands and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't read.
It's
You see two perched guards in crenellated watch posts above the entryway to this petrified trunk. They greet you, and moments later, a robed, bespectacled raptor glides and lands at your feet. I had her on the other map, but not this one. So let me grab her real quick. Boop. Flies on down. Welcome, defenders of Aldeheart. We've been waiting for you. My name is Professor Rhys Birchwalker. Boop. And I've been here to bring you to the Dean. We've been waiting eagerly for you for the last few days. The travel is a little tough. You got here faster than we thought, honestly.
Nice to meet you, Rhys.
Yes, good. You must be Quilton and Bendy and Rikki and
Bendy.
Perry.
Who's Bendy?
Bendy.
You're quite flexible.
Oh, Vim. Yes.
You're quite flexible, but
That's what I get for reading the usernames.
Get out of here.
She leads you into a central gate and uses an amulet that has the Avium's crest on it and presents it. The same symbol lights across the giant wooden double doors and they open to an interior lounge. You sort of see this.
And I think the name's pronounced Rise, like Rise Darby, one of my favorite actors. Anyway, his name's spelled the same way.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll put the.
It doesn't really matter. I'm just saying it.
In Tales from the Borderlands, it's pronounced Rhys.
Oh.
Of course,
in my world,
trumps all.
In my world, it's pronounced Urhis.
Urhis.
Rhys Birchwater. We'll go with Rhys. Rhys Birchwater. Walker. She brings you into here, looking around this lobby. A main desk sits near the far wall, behind which a scribe is busy with tottering piles of paper. Several chairs and couches are situated around the circular tables throughout the room, which is lit comfortably by floating braziers containing magical flames. portraits of wizened bird folk hang from the walls, each one wearing robes similar to those of your attendant. You see two stairways that sort of lead up and down, and in front of the stairways are these two large statues of bird folk scholars, one of which matches one of the paintings in the room. Race talks to one of the scribes behind the thing, likely a clerk of some sort, and then turns back to you and says, "Come with me." You head up the stairway a little bit and over to a platform, a circular platform.
Are these like?
Utters an incant.
I'm sorry. Are these like bird skeletons?
Oh yes, I meant to bring that up because I don't think you see also roaming around some bird skeletons as you walk by. It's like, yes, don't mind them. Those are the skeletal servitors. They are completely above the board. The only necromancy that we allow here are to reanimate those that have pledged themselves and their bodies to study here at the Avium.
Donated.
They will do you no harm. They just clean things up and whatnot.
Talk about donating your body to science. Or, cleaning things.
What science?
I was about to say cleaning things, keeping things tidy.
No, I mean, can't just have them sit around and do nothing. Just stand there. Might as well not animate them at all. Heads brings you to a platform. And then she utters an incantation. The disc you were on then suddenly rises up. It's basically an elevator on the inside of the trunk. A few windows zip by, showing glimpses of the wood as you get higher and higher. It stops about halfway up next to a busy atrium. You follow the professor, and you eventually arrive at an office that has the name Dean Gabe Winsworth.
Are like all of the portraits of professors and scholars that are on the wall, like, are they all bird folk?
Pretty much. There might be one or two that are not bird folk, but it's basically a bird folk sort of place of study. You would think that with the floating atriums, a lot of the times it's people gliding to the other thing and not. Although there are bridges extending to them, so it's not. And the bridge is kind of like it's kind of like was it BioShock Infinite, where like they have a schedule for when like the bridges are available to the floating platforms and whatnot. So it kind of feels like that. You're watching
so for 5 minutes a day, the few humble folk students and scholars can get to other platforms.
It's no different than a bus schedule, campus bus schedule. As you head on in, you and your companions enter into a round stone office. It is surrounded on all sides by windows through which several spires and large circular terrariums can be observed, slowly floating by. The many tables inside the office are filled with disorganized piles of books, and the desk is in a similar state of disorder. A sable Luma peeks up from the books. Oh, please excuse me, I'm reviewing a few hundred of these for my students. It's excellent work, but one does tend to lose track of time. I'm terribly sorry. I am the dean of the Avium, Gabe Winsworth. You must be the Alderheart Defenders. It is very, very nice to meet you all. Finally be able to put a face to the legend.
Oh, are we legends already? Wow.
No. Might be buttering you up a little bit, but it's
continue.
Oh, yes. Gives you each a very, very firm handshake and an official welcome. But he invites you all to sit down. He sits down as well. I'm going to be very hurt. I've received information from the council, know what you're looking for. You're here to research the aspect of fire, whatever that might be.
Oh, we got a first-hand look at it.
Of course, but not that I don't doubt that this thing exists at all, it's just that something this old and powerful, you won't find information on something like that in just any library. But thankfully, the Avium was built upon the greatest store of knowledge in all of Humblewood. That literally, beneath the main building is the oldest structure here. It's a library with a collection of tomes and folios, and manuscripts, and gathered from all over Everden. With any luck, that's what you'll find what you're looking for. Now, a disclaimer. Some of the tomes in there are a little, what's the word for that? Deadly. But worry not, our librarians are experts. They will help point you in the right direction and steer you clear of the more advanced materials. Now, looks at all of you. I feel I know the answer already, but are any of you studiers of the arcane? A wizard, sorcerer, warlock even? Any of you know magic at all?
I know a few songs and ditties.
That counts. What does Vim say?
He was like going, we do.
Before he says that, I'm in front of him. We go, I harness the elements. If you if in some meaningful ways, but I don't know if I would call that magic. Me. So I don't think any of us here are quite experts.
No. It don't matter if any of you are interested.
I'm really good with... And he looks to Quilton and is like, the elements too, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm
But
sure
more
we
like
can find
element.
Oh, I thought he said elephants. Okay, I was saying we don't have any elephant magic. It's that's very rare. You might find just a blanket on the. What's the hand spell?
Biggies?
Mage hand?
Mage hand, yeah. It's like you might find a mage trunk somewhere and be able to use that, but elephant magic, rather rare. But either way, if any of you are interested, you are free to study on your free time. Obviously, you can't just be looking for this 24/7. You'll go rather burned out. We don't want that. And those of you that have the non-arcane magic, you might be able to find something you need. But don't be afraid to join a lecture or two. But don't lose sight of what you're here for.
If you don't want to burn out.
Exactly. So, let me hand you all. Gives you all a. Let me put this. There it is.
Full schedule.
He hands you all an amulet, the same one that you saw on the professor that brought you here. This will get you access to the library during the lower library during normal hours of business, not after hours. That is something that's still off limits even for that. It'll also give you access to the dormitory chambers, which we have prepared for you. You'll have a place to stay. You have free meals at the campus dining hall. We have the finest college food that you can imagine.
Mac and cheese.
Well, it's free if you just show them the badge.
Cardboard pizza and cold tater tots.
All three of them?
Well, yes. I mean, as long as you go in the right times of the day when they're preparing the meals, yes.
Wow, free meals.
You're,
Now, is there any gameplay reason to be, like, studying magic while we're here?
So we can get to that in just a bit.
If it doesn't make my character more powerful, I am not interested.
You're just gonna go sit. You're just gonna go sit in the dining hall and be like, "Bring me my butterscotch pudding."
No, like I was wondering if like
it's
like bonus.
So, an ancient tomb on backgammon moves.
So there are a couple things.
The
you can do.
forbidden techniques.
So, if you are ready to go ahead and leave, do you have any questions for the dean?
Is it like nighttime practically? I forget if we.
We can say that you took the rest of the day to get here, so he's able to. You're getting here, late afternoon, and you can just spend the rest of the day resting and whatnot.
I forget if we took I guess we took a long rest last time.
You took a short rest, so you can get a proper long rest. I mean, it took you several days to get here, so each day is a long rest. But, yes, you can take your time, explore the things, and in the morning we'll get our librarian to bring you down to the lower library, and be fine. Just remember, it's only during certain hours a day it gives you those hours. Don't try to go down there afterwards.
What happens? What happens afterwards?
Oh, you're just not allowed to.
Oh. Thought like maybe all the books came alive or something.
Oh, my. No, the books come along. No, don't be silly. No. Ridiculous. No.
Adjusts his collar. Looks around nervously.
But with that, you can all head over to your dorms. So let's show the.
I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. I hope I like him. We're gonna become best friends.
So you
The
should
old man
be
you
able
challenged
to...
in the other town, like, you again.
Yeah.
So now I think I set these up. You're able to see the numbers.
No numbers. You see the names.
Well, the numbers and the names. Yeah, the labels on each of the numbers. Are you able to see those?
No numbers.
No numbers? I put them in the foreground layer. Can you not? Maybe you can't see. You should be able to see the foreground layer.
Nope.
Tried that. Let's bring it back
There
down.
he is, off in the distance.
The numbers.
Like down to the token layer.
There they are.
Thought I was being clever, but I guess it doesn't work. There you go. So you've got a couple different things that you can see. 4 terrariums, the main sort of entrance, the lower library, which you're not going to yet. Over on the left is the dean's office, where you all are. And so we're going to do this a little bit like the Avium, so I'll put you all on here. Boop.
Okay, everyone, here's the plan. We're gonna steal the rival school's mascot. It's gonna be a great prank.
So you are all over here. So, if you want to just head to your dorm, you can easily do that. That's number 5 over on the right. Or does anybody want to go look around?
Perry might take a gander.
Yeah, I'd probably explore a little.
Go look around before heading to the dorms. Alright, so looking around, you find lots of different things. There's several different places on campus. You have the central building, and you've noticed that there is a perch guard station near the middle of the central building. Lots of servitor skeletons can be found that are just doing janitorial tasks. You learn about the terrariums, the 4 of them. Each of them has a different biome, essentially. And it's used to... They're contained in magical spherical fields, allow matter to pass through, but are designed to shield and contain magical blasts. So, sort of a training area and testing area and whatnot. And keeps the surrounding areas safe in case of an accident. There's a couple of towers that are floating around. These are mainly offices and whatnots for the staff, as well as sort of classrooms for more niche subjects and higher learning. The dean's office in a suite of offices over the central part of the structure. Dormitories, it's co-ed, whatever. Lots of stuff going on, college stuff, keggers, panty raids, whatever they be.
Whatever.
And you have the lower library, which you haven't really seen yet, but it's below the lobby if you went down instead of up. But going back to Joey's question, you can gain one of the following. Wizards can find any spell on the wizard spell list to add to your spell book, and if anybody has If anybody would have taken the one of the spellbook feats, they would have been able to do that as well. Unfortunately, nobody's a wizard.
I have
Bards, rangers, yeah.
I have magic initiate.
You don't have a spellbook though.
No.
There's a couple of feats that let you have like a ritual spellbook, even if you're not a wizard. Okay. So that's specific. You're not going to be able to add spells to anything into that. Bards, rangers, sorcerers, and warlocks can swap out one spell they have learned. I'll say that anybody who has magic can swap out a spell that they have learned for another one if you spend a full day studying. So if you attend a lecture, you can swap out a spell. If you don't like it, it's different. Blah blah. It's got to be on your class. You got to be able to be a spell that you can learn and of a level that you can learn it at. And anybody who's proficient with an herbalism kit can basically avail yourselves the potions laboratory. They got plenty of stocks and whatnot for potion making. So you can we'll follow the normal costs and whatnot. It's it only takes 1 day of brewing instead of the normal amount of time. So I'm not sure if anybody is proficient with the herbalism kit or not.
That's me, because we had
Druid,
a bunch of potions for people instead of buying them.
All right, so keep that in mind. That if you want to try and the things that you guys would be able to do is swap out a spell for a full day of studying, or make a potion.
I can't swap spells since mine is the Druid spell list to choose from, but I think Perry can definitely swap if they want to.
You get to prepare your spells anyway, so it's kind of pointless. So yeah, that's why it'd be Bard, Ranger, Sorcerer, or Warlock. And I'll say that you can as well if you want to kind of attend like an elemental training class, Joe, if you want to switch out one of your spells to something else that you would have been able to choose. But after that, you guys head to your dorm room.
I want to check out that like
cafeteria?
seaside. No, the ocean biome, because Quilton like visited the ocean like when he was younger, but he never really made his way back there.
Okay. This means I can actually throw on one of the music that they included in the thing, that for a location that you don't actually go to in the adventure, because it's
It's DLC.
You buy the Humblewood DLC.
It's a place. It's a place on the map, but it's not a place that you go to in the adventure. So it's in the world, and they put it in the music. So, yay! So you head over to the terrarium, and it is just pretty much like it is. It's a seashore with a lighthouse kind of looking thing, kind of just to give it that atmosphere as if you were actually there and be able to test out like water elemental sort of stuff. So spend some time there, kind of reminiscing. And
yeah, I'm gonna basically do some water bending by the water there. Practice my technique a little bit. My newly learned like elemental form, trying to get a grasp of it.
Kind of okay, make either Arcana or I guess whatever your
spellcasting,
your key, your whatever you use to proficient for your ability for your key, or your. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the words. When somebody has to do a saving throw, how do you determine the DC when you're using your monk abilities?
Wisdom.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and do a wisdom sort of check of some sort with your proficiency bonus.
17.
Okay, yeah,
plus
you're able to really get into this. So I'm gonna kind of spend the time. It's not enough to really do a lot, but I'm gonna say that like the next time that you're able to do this, we'll give you an extra like. Is this sort of an offensive thing, an attack, or is it a defensive thing?
This is that what the name of it is, but when I spend a focus point, I have the reach. I have the elemental reach. It's basically that, yeah.
I'll let you whenever you use a water-based thing for the next battle. We'll give you a +1 d4 to whatever you need to do. If you need to subtract that from a save that an enemy makes, or add it to a damage or something, we can do that. So mark down that you got an extra 1d4 related to water bending.
Okay. The salt makes it better.
You get a wet D4.
Yeah. Anybody else want to do anything?
I take some of the water,
first?
put it in a little, like an empty water pouch. And go save you, special salty water.
That's a good idea. Add a vial of salt water to your inventory, and that'll be your plus 1d4 thing.
Throws it at someone. Ah!
Yeah.
Water! My weakness!
What a world.
Oh, hey, that's right. You're fighting a fire monster. That's kind of true.
Yeah, let's just...
It'll come in clutch. It'll stick around until the final battle.
Yeah, can we ask someone for a bag of holding, drain this lake? We're gonna...
Well, that's when you cast a gate spell and just name the bottom of the lake and just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can we get a canter of endless water?
Canter of endless water or dust of dryness? Probably not. You can probably find a lot of magic items here. Purchasing them might be a problem, but if you're looking specifically for some magic items, I'll give that a chance for you to be able to find it.
Dust of dryness may be useful.
We will say...
I don't have a lot of money left. Probably not for
a
magic item like that.
Yeah, too bad you didn't get any treasure from that last encounter. Because, had family.
The treasure was the family we met along the way.
When everyone's in the room, Vim's like, "Man, Demas really like us. We're already on first name basis."
No, Vim, that's a title. It's not his name.
What?
What's his
Mr.
first
Dean?
name then? Yeah.
Are you paying attention, young ones? It's Gabriel.
Really? I thought it was Gary.
Gary.
Dean's his middle name,
really
ironically.
awkward when you... There's nothing else you wish to talk about. If there is anything, feel free. Otherwise, get a long night's rest.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yay, time to learn! And jump cut to Quilton face first on the bed.
It's time to learn. I'm ready. And then it jumps cut to you sitting out in detention. Smash cut.
I gotta.
But the next day, you head down to the lower library. You have your amulets and everything. You head on down. The clerks tell you where to go. And down there. As you reach the bottom of the long, winding staircase, you emerge into a room filled with rows upon rows of large stone shelves, each containing several hundred books. Magical braziers illuminate this area, but their light strains to reach every nook and cranny between the large bookshelves. A swift string sits reading behind a desk in the center of the room. As you approach, he puts down his book and eyes you curiously. Oh, I see. It's the Defenders of Alderheart, I presume.
Yeah.
At your service.
Oh, so come on in. I am Professor Swiftgale, Mordane Swiftgale. It is a pleasure to meet you. I will be your librarian. I am here to direct you to wherever you need to go. I've had a request come in from the dean himself to help you out wherever you need. So, this lower library, well, it's dangerous, so be careful. Plenty of research of just very rare topics, and honestly, it's just a lot of wonderful books. There's so many books. Yeah, look at them all. Kind of just glares at the nearest shelf.
He glares, or he gazes longingly.
You can't
So-
tell. It could be either.
When you say these books are dangerous, do you mean dangerous knowledge, or like you could open it and get attacked by something?
Yeah, we heard rumors that they come alive after a certain hour.
Yeah.
Only yeah, those rumors they've been they get you all the time. Oh, it's a hazing thing for the new students, but they won't attack you. But they are dangerous in the way that somebody who is untrained and unfamiliar might try a spell and just go kablooey, and we don't want to go kablooey, especially we don't want to get student all over the bookshelf. That's not what we want. No.
Okay, so we're not like gonna open it and get sucked into a parallel universe or some sort of enchanted day spa with evil hags running the place, right?
I mean, if you want that, we got a fiction section upstairs, and adult fiction a little bit to the side, if you know what I mean.
What about a book of 12 to 13 anthology mystery adventures?
Ooh, that sounds good.
From levels 1 to 16.
Oh, we got that checked out from the the people who play that role playing game. Oh, what was it called? Doorknobs and Dingleberries or something? I don't know.
You have any books on fire?
Oh my, yes. So
wait, books about fire or books on fire?
Oh, yeah, sorry, we should probably focus on the mission. Do you have any books about fire?
Oh, also yes. Mazes and Minotaurs. Thank you, that's a good one. Monsters and Mazes is a book and a movie starring Tom Hanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was trying to rack my brain for an animal-based one.
So
good old
yes,
Eminem.
there's plenty of things around here. Bunkers and badasses, all good things. Plenty of options around here. So it's just a matter of what do you want to look up. It looks like the little one there wants to look up fire.
Well, normally I would be against that, but we are actually researching about the aspect of fire. I don't know if I want to keep it on the down low, so I'm not gonna. Just casual interest in how to defeat such a powerful and enormous creature, but no reason.
It's good to know that no matter what, I guess. Yeah. Well, let's see. You could probably look up what kind of things could you look up? Maybe just fire in general. You saw this in the Scorched Grove, so maybe you could look up something on the Scorched Grove. Maybe the history of the region, going all the way back to the Great Calamity.
That might be useful. Like, this seemed to be a primal. I guess he already knows, so I won't try to hide it. But it's a primal force in nature, like something ancient.
No, I mean, you've got plenty of things around there. So, at this point, what I'll want, if everybody wants to study something, what would you like to study?
Just for, to clarify for my knowledge, DM. So the Scorched Grove is like a relatively recent addition to the region, isn't it?
The Scorched Grove has been there for a while since I believe since the Great Calamity, and it's just constantly been on fire. It's recently grown and become a little problemsome, even before the aspect kind of jumped out.
Yeah, because I was like, when he said to look up books on the Scorched Grove, I was like, wait, we're in the most ancient part of the library, so would it even exist?
Yeah, so it's not recent. It's not a recent addition, but it's not been there since the beginning of time. Just the beginning of the time near enough. So, what would everybody like to look up or research?
Probably the general history, and what did you say? The history of the Scorched Grove and the Calamity.
All right, All right, so we'll say your history and the Great Calamity for Perry.
I'm gonna look up.
Vim, did you just want to look up fire?
Sure. Fire taming, control, sort of that kind of thing. It will probably end up being sort of information on that the tenders and stuff started with.
Okay. Quilton?
We'll look up more on the more nature side of things, like primal nature spirits.
Okay.
But like the aspect of fire is when he knows like if that's it's just like a natural part of nature, or is it manifested from something?
That's what you have.
Yeah, so like that's what I kind of want to look up then, like kind of what this thing is.
I think I can work with that. And Rikki,
Now,
if anything.
No, Joey wants to see if we can summon the aspect of like water and have them duke it out.
That doesn't exist
Kaiju
yet.
battle.
Yeah, but
That's not out until the next adventure, Joey.
that's true.
Rikki, what would you like to look up?
I'm gonna look up
You can
like
steal my idea.
ancient
Don't
mythology.
Ancient mythology, okay.
Yeah, just see if there's any sort of mythical figures or creatures that would be similar.
Alright, I think we'd do that.
I find a book called Beyond the Canopy, and I was like, oh, this is spoilers for the next adventure.
So I would like everybody to go ahead and roll me a investigation check. Or if you're studying something that is more related to history, you can roll history, or magic, you can roll arcana. Nature.
Oh,
History.
first roll, and it's
Wow, natural one.
we're not doing great.
I don't know how to read. Rikki got a
Would
15.
mine be nature then? It's-
Yeah, I could say you can do a nature check.
Nice.
Okay.
Only Ricky's taking this seriously.
No,
So-
I just have like super cool 80s montage music for researching.
Oh, that should be a spell called montage. Like you're trying to complete a task, like a long task, really quickly.
It's like catnap for
Yeah.
an hour-long task instead of an hour-long rest. That's great. Make that, Joey. Make that custom on
Okay, yeah.
D&D Beyond.
But you have to have
so
no. It could be like a bard ability where they play like rock music, like inspirational rock music.
okay, so let me make sure my music is on loop. I think it just got.
Nick, can you turn it up just a little bit?
Oh, it just it's got like 20 seconds of silence at the end of the track. So there we go.
I'll turn up my volume.
There you go.
Jim gets distracted
Okay.
by a picture book.
So we'll say this is that Quilton, you just have a lot of trouble, but you are able to kind of realize that the books you're reading aren't what you need. So process of elimination, that works. Vim, you are looking up fire control and whatever. You find a little bit of information on sort of the history of sort of how the tenders have been kind of keeping the fires at bay over the years, and things sort of like that. You don't find anything, at least right now, or you don't find anything that's leading you towards what the aspect of fire is, but you are at least very interested in what you do find. Harry, looking at history. You've been so you find some information about the Great Calamity. Numerous books addressing the subject resort to legend more than truth. And you're sort of on the right track. You don't really get any information out of this first day because you rolled a 9, but you know this is a possible what's the word? Like a good lead. Yes, thank you. I don't know how to read. Rikki, you are looking up ancient mythology. So, with that, let me see, what would that fit into? I'm gonna say two things here. So the first thing that you'll find is the first thing to go to is actually, sorry, I'm looking through my notes. What would be good here? You fairly straightforward avenue of research. There's lots and lots of information on this stuff. You kind of start moving towards elemental creatures more so than that. This is sort of what Quilton's kind of going for, but you're realizing that like the ancient mythology is kind of like what the Great Calamity might be, and just sort of things from there. But it's not bringing you towards anything that you feel as getting the aspect of fire. So you might have to try a different avenue. With that, you each spend a full day studying, and pretty much have found more or less what I've told you. Is there anything else you want to do overnight or before the end of the day? You will have to leave when the library is closed for the day, and then you can come back in the morning. If there's nothing, we can just skip to the next day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go get some of that cardboard pizza.
There you go.
Tater tots.
Get cardboard pizza and tater tots and
chocolate.
The chocolate milk in the carton.
Yeah.
In the paper carton.
As we leave the lower library, Vim's like,
Thank you, Smordane.
Yep, you're welcome. Yeah, you there's some McFlorables on campus, but you need normal money for that. You can't use the voucher for that. So nobody gets a McFlorable flurry.
Oh.
Second day, what would you all like to, if you'd like to continue with what you were looking at, or would you like to switch things, let me know. What would you like to research?
I'm keeping on.
Okay, so Perry's keeping with general history. Rikki?
You said it like kind of veered me more towards elemental creatures and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, could I then, since that's what Quilton's kind of going into, just give Quilton advantage by assisting Quilton?
Okay. Yeah, you can either each roll for the same thing, or you can give somebody one of you can get advantage, so that's fine.
I wasn't even looking up fire elementals, I was looking up, like, earth and stuff.
You look up spirits, yeah, and it was sort of like, if you didn't roll a 1, it would probably bring you towards that thing, so...
I don't think fire...
You talk with Rikki overnight about...
I don't think
maybe
fire...
that's kind of like...
I don't think fire actually exists, according to these books.
Fire's a construct.
Yeah. I think
fire is the absence of cold.
I'm like a...
You find a...
It's all propaganda by the bird folk.
You find a copy of Fahrenheit 451, you're like, nah, it's not true. You throw it back. Okay, so Quilton, you're gonna, I assume, stick with primal nature spirits and possibly elemental spirits.
Yeah, like
I'll say that because Quilton doesn't quite know to go to that yet, I'm gonna have you each roll for the same thing, instead of giving advantage this time. And Vim,
I'd like to sing a happy. Sorry, I'd like to sing a happy tune. You know, one of encouragement, and give, since Rikki's just going to help Quilton, I'll do Quilton, Vim, and myself.
For
Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration, okay. I'm gonna say make a performance check real quick.
We got this.
This is a library.
No. I don't know why it has 2 of them.
I will say that you'll get advantage for this, so we'll take the higher one.
Bless you.
I'll give you because basically, because I was like,
merciful,
because it's pretty thing. Like very quickly, like you start playing the ditty, and this is where the natural one comes from. We'll do the Swiftgale comes over and was like, hey, sure, you gotta be quiet in the local library, okay? No noise, no singing, no dancing.
My bad. I'm very sorry.
I thought this was a private library.
Yes, but you can't make noise in the library. That
means you make the rules.
No, I enforce the rules. Okay, it's different.
By the way, if you
be sure to put the books back in alphabetical order when you're done.
I look at the bookshelf there, not in alphabetical order.
How do I take off that advantage rolls? I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you probably have it locked on look for the better 20 button at the top.
Beyond 20
button, sorry. Beyond 20 button at the top of your character sheet. You should be able to deselect things from there. I think it's also possibly shift or anything like that.
Oh, maybe I did shift. Because it says it's normal. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. No, it's fine, But so Perry is keeping with the general history of the calamity. Vim, what would you like to research if you want to continue doing the last thing? You weren't kind of making your way to it, so if you'd like to research something else, and you don't have to stick with what he suggested. There could be other things that might be a good way to find stuff.
Before he continues his research, he's going to cast Audrey.
Okay.
And ask do I keep looking into the fire stuff? Is that a good idea?
You kind of hold up a little tiny ember in your hand, not enough to catch anything on fire, but enough to kind of do your Audrey spell, and it snuffs out as an indication of whoa, do not continue with
whoa.
Not continue with the control of fire. We could say roll an Arcana or a Intelligence check.
Well, they're both.
Because one's probably Arcana's probably Intelligence anyway. So.
Yeah, so I'll just do a straight int.
Some nerds hear some rolling dice and they go, "Are you playing monsters and minotaurs?"
I think really hard.
Hello?
Did it roll?
Oh no, just I got the 16. As soon as you stopped talking, we got to the end of the music track and it threw me off. So I thought it froze.
Dun, 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 dun.
So yeah, you get your 16. You sort of get the idea that maybe you are a person who is conjuring magic to control it. Maybe looking up conjuration or other schools of magic could be helpful.
All right, I'm going to give myself enhance ability.
Ooh, okay.
And dive into that real quick.
All right, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to do, but it'll give you advantage on whatever you're going to roll for that. So
I'll give myself advantage on.
We'll just you'll get advantage on the whatever type of roll you make. Just in a general thing, you'll know to kind of focus fire it.
It'll either be int or wisdom, depending on the type. So.
Okay, so just to clarify for day 2, Rikki is looking up elemental creatures. Joey is looking up elemental creatures, but still sort of in the primal spirits and whatnot, the sort of nature spirits. Vim is looking up schools of magic, probably conjuration magic, and then Perry is still looking up the calamity. All right. Everybody go ahead and give me a roll that is related to what you're doing. Arcana, nature, history, or an investigation.
And don't forget Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration if you need it.
Wow! Look at those two. Oh boy, thank you.
Considered ability rolls?
Yes, this is a skill check, which is an ability check, which is an ability score.
If 12 fails, I'm going to use Tactical Mind.
It won't fail. I mean, you can really use anything you want because you'll get a long rest most likely before anything else happens. Okay. So Quilton cannot read. Quilton, do you want to add your bardic inspiration?
What do you mean I can't read? I rolled 19.
Custom roll. Oh, that's a 1d4 there.
That's
I see.
the
There you go. There you go. There we go. There. All right, we'll go. So Perry, looking up the calamity, you find some more information. You're getting a historical study of the calamity and noting the relative lack of credible living witnesses. There's a wealth of material that you're kind of just going through everything. You're sort of on a roll. You're really kind of getting the kind of information that you need, and you're kind of realize that you can stay the course with this. Vim got the 22. After dropping the book that you thought you had, it lands right on the exact pages that you need, and that's where the nat 20 comes. The first thing that you find for conjuration...
It's the same wind that blew out my flame, loops around the library and hits the pages again. Wow.
This is a very broad category, even when pared down to tomes on elemental summoning and whatnot. There's a lot of information about it. You are learning a lot about just fire in general, and you are sort of retaining that information with that natural 20. I'm going to say that this kind of makes up for you being on a different thing the last day. So, kind of give you a second success, quote unquote.
Bim is high on autism right now.
Rikki, looking up elemental. The first thing that you find... So we'll say that with Quilton looking up spirits. You don't really find anything with spirits related to this, but you do get led into the ash snake. Eventually just be like, I didn't find anything, blah, blah, look up something else. So you find some information on the ash snake, and I will show that to you right now.
Cool.
A few accounts detailing sightings of similar creatures around the time of the Great Calamity are found. Although the ash snakes are definitely related to the element of fire, accounts do not provide enough information to tell whether or not the creatures are elementals, and the descriptions of them feeding run exactly counter to this notion, as elementals require neither food nor drink to survive. And that's sort of you coming off your elemental spirits, Joey, but for Rikki, you've got more proper elemental creatures. You are finding that creatures of that size, of the aspect of fire, are normally elder elementals, incredibly powerful beings that reshape the lands. They need advanced conjuration magics to summon. That's sort of what you find on this day, but you're making good headway.
Someone has
Wait, you said that it requires conjuration to summon them?
Correct, yes.
Huh.
So maybe it's not as natural as we thought it was. Someone conjured this thing.
I mean,
Look at them.
they came from somewhere else.
That's what I was thinking. Vim. I don't
Slaughter,
say that, but
Slaughter appears on his shoulder, just looking at you with his head kind of cocked.
Like what?
You got fire? Do I smell a fire? No fire in the library. It's very dangerous.
Put it up.
no music, no fire. Jeez.
Bunch of noids.
Noids. Avoid the
Look
noid.
what I found.
Avoid the noid.
The book I've been stuck in.
Remember in Lord of the Rings when Gandalf went to the ancient libraries full of scrolls with an open flame?
Oh yeah, that drove me nuts.
All right, so after 2 days, everybody take another long rest. You'll have plenty of long rests that you'll get back to your normal self for any resources that you may have used, hit dice and whatnot. So, with that, heading on to day 3. So, what would everybody like to do? Would they like to continue with what they were working on?
Before we go into the library, I do another, inspiring rah, rah, rah.
Give everybody bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, let's see. So, Rikki, did you want to continue with elemental creatures?
I'm kind of curious about conjuring this thing, because if it's not natural...
All right, so conjuration...
But I do want to go get breakfast pizza first.
Oh yeah, you get pizza and a bagel.
From the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Steal bagels.
Are we allowed to bring food down?
No
Or is
food,
that no
no
fun?
fun.
No food in the library. No cookbook either, okay? The one cookbook down here is just always making hot dogs. Ugh. Vim, what would you like to continue? What would you like to do? Would you like to continue with conjuration or something else?
I'll do a quick Audrey to ask if going down the path of planes, like other planes,
Okay.
is a good path to look into.
Okay, looking that up, you get another woe. Thinking that the focus on different planes. Not necessarily like
coming from.
Yeah, not necessarily like a plane of fire or anything like that, but like generally any plane seems to be not what you're looking for.
Okay. I think he's just gonna keep going with what he's doing. I'll give someone else the enhanced ability if they want advantage.
Okay.
I think maybe.
Who's your favorite?
Quilton. I'll give it to Quilton. I'll let Quilton get advantage this time.
Okay. Perry, what would you like to do? Would you like to continue with the calamity?
Yes. That seems like it was telling, or it seemed like I was getting the notion that that's where I should keep going.
Maybe there's connection. Maybe someone summoned this thing.
Yeah.
Like
and
some of
Quilton,
this thing before.
What would you like to do as you kind of went from spirits to ash snakes and kind of like hit a dead end specifically with that with spirits?
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Probably more about the history side of things, like see if I can learn more about the calamity, and if this thing was responsible, how they were able to defeat it or get rid of it. Since Rikki is Rikki is continuing down that path.
Any historic clashes with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say okay. Calamity.
If this thing happened before, then obviously it didn't burn down the forest, so maybe they found a way to defeat it.
All right, everybody, give me a related roll. Fall back onto an investigation roll if nothing else, and then Quilton, you have inspiration, and then everybody except Perry has bardic inspiration.
I rolled a 0.
And yeah.
18,
I'm gonna
11.
I'm gonna do the bardic inspiration one piece.
Okay.
16.
Okay. All right. So let me see. So Perry got a 16. All right. So you find some more information on the Great Calamity. Quilton got. What did you get, Quilton?
23 or something.
So with the two of you kind of looking at the calamity, more Perry doing it more so, you do finally learn a little bit more information. You find the following passage. Regardless of the origin of the calamity, whether or not the rumor of an elder elemental being hold any truth to them, a magical event of incredible significance is almost certain to have taken place. The calling of such elemental energies, whether through evocation or conjuration, would require a mage of unparalleled skill, or an entity of unfathomable power. You will also note that in this book, there are torn out pages, or there's a couple of pages that appear to be torn out. One or two.
I do the Zuko thing where I'm like, where's the rest of it?
Hey, Mr. Swiftgale, do you know anything about this? Where the pages might be?
Pages? That's weird. That doesn't seem, Huh.
Do they seem like important pages?
Make an intelligence check.
It's like, in the way to
Both
defeat
of us
it
or just him?
I
want to see, like, what might
be
missing.
Just Quilton. Quilton brought this up, so
okay.
I'll just say just Quilton, yeah. You're not really researching, you're just kind of reflecting on it.
Out of all the rules, you'd think taking pages would be one that you'd have listed.
I mean, that's a given.
I don't know what you said, so I'm doing investigation.
It was just intelligence, so it's roughly the same. They seem related. You don't know what's on those pages, obviously, but they seem like something that, might be information that you could use.
Do the rips look fresh? I don't know if you can tell.
I'll give you a shot. Make a investigation check. It could be a really high roll.
5.
They smell...
It's still warm.
Like paper. Yeah, you can't tell.
Well, it's like you weren't the only one interested in the Elder Elemental.
There's not a lot of people down here. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to... I'll write this down and I'll bring it up with the dean. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Heading back to Rikki and Vim, both doing conjuration. So Rikki got a natural 1 and then added a 4 to that.
Yes.
So 4. Magic hurts your brain. Yeah, you find a book called Everybody Conjures.
Everybody Conjures.
Everybody Conjures.
Everybody conjures poop.
Yes. And it's basically like a kid's book. I'm like, this is how conjuration works, and you're very fascinated by it. Vim, what did you end up getting? It looked like you got a decent roll. 16. All right. You're looking up conjuration, so it's 3.
Going deeper and deeper into it.
Yeah. Another thing that you're finding is you get sort of information on a conjuration circle. You're not quite able to pinpoint like the specific kind of circle, but you're getting close. Relating to things that are like massive things, massive elements and massive elder elementals. You don't get any specific information, but getting very close. So, with that, day 3 comes to a close. Get some more, go to the cafeteria, mingle, eat some more tots and whatnot.
I do the how do you do, fellow kids? Some of the students.
Yeah, how do you? Wow, are you a professor here?
Oh no! I'm a hip youngster just like you.
Make a deception check.
Have a backwards ball cap, skateboard.
Quilton's the coolest.
12. Like, oh, that's right. I guess hedgehogs, hedges. I hear they age faster. Like, you must be like 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
never too young to learn new things, I say.
Oh, we're gonna have a kegger later. You want to join us?
No, I never touch stuff.
Oh.
And neither should you when I smack him over the head with my cane.
Hey, ow, what the... And he gets up, he's gonna, like punch you back, because, he's an adult. We're not at elementary school, we're at a college. You're able to very easily... Yeah, you're able to very easily, kind of out-monk him with your things and just block all of his stuff. So yeah, if there's anything else anybody wants to do... By the way,
are any of you interested in forbidden fire magic?
No, I'm here for forbidden water magic. Do you know any?
What?
Forbidden water magic.
Who are you?
Like,
He's gone to old man mode because Rikki doesn't remember.
You see, I used to know the spells, but we had to tie an onion to your belt, which was the style at the time. And then... So with that, we can move on to day 4. Does everybody want to continue studying?
Before, the evening is concluded, I'm guessing we share the discoveries and stuff.
Of course, yes.
Vin would ask,
do you think they took the pages recently or a while ago?
Well, if the Elder Elemental has to be summoned, and there's missing pages from the book possibly relating to that fact, it might be a recent development.
Maybe they're still here.
In this room right now!
I don't know.
I'm gonna think about the book that Quilton was looking at, and thinking about the pages that were missing, and I'm gonna cast Locate Object.
Handle that, Mark.
Oh no, the DM's gone. We could choose our own adventure.
Aw, nice.
We win.
Oh, oh my gosh. Where'd he go?
Oh, Mark, disconnect. Oh, he's
well,
muted.
in the meantime, if I may, thank you so much for that raid. We are recording an episode for Frogcast Adventures right now. This is like the early access, I guess, version of it, except it actually comes out eventually.
Like tomorrow.
In about a week.
Like tomorrow. Yeah.
I put BRB, keep role playing, in the chat. I guess nobody caught it, so
we hit a crux point. We had to ask something.
I heard that, but okay. So you wanted to locate object on the
rest of the book.
All right. So you are unfamiliar with that page of the book. So honestly, your locate object kind of points to the library, and you sort of kind of realize that it's pointing towards the book that was described. You just don't know enough about the page to find it.
It was worth a try.
Yeah, it's a good try.
You run around the entire library and end up right back at the open book on the shelf.
I found it! I found the rest of the book! Oh no, wait, this is the other rest of the book.
Now it's pointing that way, let's go! We all just run in the other direction. Now it's that way, let's go!
I come running into the dormitory, I found it! I found the rest of the book, and the Swiftgale's behind me, give that back! It goes back downstairs.
Can't bring it out of there. You gotta bring it. You gotta keep it in the lower library. Okay, just keep it there. Gosh. Okay, so day 4. Say you do the same sort of things, the Bardic Inspiration and whatnot. So you feel that you're kind of close to what you need with Conjuration. So Rikki and Vim were looking at Conjuration. Would you like to continue that?
I want to do an orrery.
Okay.
And I want to ask, should I divert from Conjuration to countering conjuration. Like undoing conjuration or breaking it.
You get a wheel and a woe as the spark kind of like flitters into the air above your hand and then snuffs out. You kind of feel that it's saying, stay the course, you'll probably find what you are asking. But don't divert specifically to that.
Okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
so-
I'll maintain the topic then.
Okay. Rikki, what would you like to do? Would you like to maintain or switch to something else?
I kind of want to keep going down the conjuration path and figure out if there was actually some pages stolen or whatnot. Did we confirm if those pages were stolen, or is that just a theory?
It just seems to be a theory. They're ripped out. Who knows why?
Are you like checking for other missing pieces or?
Yeah, I want to. Actually, I will.
Rikki does an inventory check.
No, I wanna ask. Could I do like an investigation on who had somewhat recently been here and may have used the particular book that's missing the pages?
I don't. It doesn't really have a library card in the back, so let me see.
Maybe he's noticed someone.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like something here.
Or if like there was another person that came to
the sign-in sheet.
Yes,
yeah, the sign-in sheet.
I mean, we need a special access to get in here. Is this like open to the, to like the students and like?
It's. So we'll say that you spend some time talking to Professor Swiftgale here, and he kind of goes over that, this is limited, but not, off limits to everybody. It's pretty much people that have the amulet and whatnot. There's no telling how long that thing has been out. There's no real record of like taking books out because they kind of just come here to study and then put the books back. So I'm going to say that.
Can we invent the public library?
This is the old tiny library.
Yeah, I want to do like some.
Okay, so we'll say that you can do an investigation, and it's of things relating to the torn pages, and we'll see what your role is, and we'll see if you get any information from that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Perry, you feel that you've gone all you can with the Calamity? What would you like to do instead?
That was almost a 20.
Almost. Rolls on that 8. So, Perry, what would you like to do now the Calamity's kind of maxed out?
I think we're kind of on the right path with the conjuration. Maybe we should just go all in.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And I assume that Quilton, you as well?
Yeah.
Everybody except Rikki is doing this. So Rikki rolls a 9.
It was almost a 20. It like teetered on the edge. I am so sad.
Will this be investigation or?
I'm gonna do an enhanceability on myself
maybe
and
I
then
could
dive
find
into
some.
it.
Yeah, so the same thing, investigation or arcana, so.
Why is it doing double?
Is it still nature for me?
Sometimes it bugs about that. It's not really nature anymore because you're looking at conjuration. So nature is fine for the last rolls, but I'd say go either to arcana or investigation in general.
There we go. This enhanceability keeps coming in clutch.
So I'm gonna say, Rikki, you kind of circle back around to some stuff. You don't really find any information about that, but you do find that a couple of the books on elemental creatures are missing pages. So we'll say that you kind of like circle back around because you probably guys did kind of get this information. So you find this stuff on elemental creatures.
Oh, it's my jack of all trades that's doing it.
Which just unless the new Jack of all trades give you an extra roll. But yeah, so you find a couple things. You find 2 books and a burnt tome, and the 2 books have torn pages out of them. So this is in regards to elemental creatures. Book A. Elemental creatures composed of fire that also possess earth elemental traits tend to be incredibly strong and durable, and do not appear to retain their vulnerability to cold-typed magics. However, cold-typed magic should theoretically be able to ... That's a missing page. Following that is a missing page. Book B. Elder elementals have strong connections to the energy of their aspected element. This connection can be so strong that ... Another missing page. And just circling back around, you find a burnt tome. After its defeat, the aspect of ice lost a single shard, the Borealis. Was sealed away. A dance of fire and ice maintains the wood's balance. If the fire wanes, it must wane slowly, only then its energies have time to ebb away. That's a bit fragmented, so there's some missing information, but this isn't like missing a piece of parchment other than by age.
Well, it's burnt, so maybe, so...
Yes.
Wasn't me.
But with conjuration magic, everybody finally onto this. So you learn a couple more things. A large conjuration circle would be needed in order to seal away anything as massive as the aspect of fire. The circle may have become obscured over time, but it is impossible for the aspect to have been kept dormant all this time without it. You find this information. Continuing, you are led to a cryptic tome, a treatise by a conjurer who attempted to calculate the location of the postulated conjuration circle within the grove. The treatise is based on painstaking research on energy readings, topography, ley lines, and other academic esoterica. That's a fun word to say. However, while the complex formulae of his calculations remain, the pages that actually specify the location have been ripped out. I will add this to the conjuration magic that I just gave you guys, so I'll have that information.
Used to be a lot of missing pages and very relevant information here.
Yeah, I think maybe the librarian kind of needs to keep a little bit of a better eye on these books.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to let him know again. Hey, Mr. Swiftgale, we got another issue.
This is troublesome. This is troublesome.
Need to hire some security.
Oh, maybe. You guys haven't been ripping it out, have you?
Eating them, no.
No, okay. Alright.
Have you?
Well, of course not. I only eat the finest, fiction about trees.
Guy would make a terrible cop. It's like, sir, there's been a murder. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Help, I'm being robbed. Are you sure, or are you robbing them?
Gaslight cop. Friday's at 8.
The usual suspect.
Okay. So with that, he takes kind of things down. He starts getting in. It seems like he's going to start looking into more specifically if there's any more missing pages and start trying to catalog that sort of stuff down. And with that, you end day 4. Anybody else want to do anything before the end of the day?
I want to start a fundraiser to repair the gym so we can do the school dance.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
They've got other students are trying to win a talent competition, so they get to raise the money, and they're probably going to do good. Their name is
too bad.
The Brady Birds.
Too bad dance is outlawed in this.
No, wait, the Partridge Family. Damn it!
Partridge Family.
Better.
You were so close. You were so close.
I like Brady Bunch better than the Partridge Family when I was younger. So.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Mad at myself. Sorry, Joey, what were you saying?
Oh, I can't beat the Partridge Family.
Yeah. All right. With that, move on to the 5th day. What would you guys like to study? Feel like you've done everything with conjuration. Maybe there might be a couple more. You can look for more different topics. You can look for more torn pages. What would you like to do?
I don't know what other route we can do.
So we've got this idea, this general sort of information that there's some sort of summoning or sealing circle somewhere.
Yes.
But we don't have any idea where.
Maybe we can try to find the location of that somewhere. Maybe there's some like old records.
So everybody wants to focus on
maybe learn about the
conjuration circle and whatnot.
Maybe like the person who did it, or was it like the tenders who did it, or
okay. Yeah, you think you're getting towards the end of the information that you need. There's still some more stuff that you could possibly get. So say that you go ahead and do stuff. So go ahead and make your rolls.
And I'd like to
go ahead.
One more Audrey.
Okay.
I'd like to ask, and I think this can be Wheel or Woe answered. Is someone at the university currently responsible for the missing pages?
Can I see the actual spell to see what it... Oh, you have it up here. Receive an omen from otherworldly thing over the course of action, then plan to take in the next 30 minutes.
Course of action.
Over the next thing. So yeah, this isn't like
yes or no.
commune.
No.
This isn't commune. So this is it doesn't have to be like doing it for the whole day is fine because you just say that you cast it at some other point during the day. So yeah, you can go ahead and ask a different question.
Yeah, that's not like giving you a hint. That's saying what happens in the future.
Yeah, that's there's other spells to do that.
Is it worth looking for someone in the university that's as responsible for the missing pages? If I were to go and start looking for someone.
The tiny spark in your hand kind of glows a little bit. It's not a strong glow, so you think that is a slight wheel. Very slight.
So I'll pull to Rikki and be like,
"Hey, Audrey says that someone at the university is still here responsible for the missing pages."
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was considering going around and seeing if anyone seemed sketchy.
You want some help with that? Maybe if they think that we're all down here looking for information, they won't realize we're looking for them.
That's a good idea. Do some good old-fashioned detectiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can be your animal sidekick.
Well,
Good.
We're gonna let Perry and Quilton know our secret plan.
All right, so you guys are discussing that at the moment. So Perry and Quilton, before they come and tell you anything, what were you going to look up?
More information about the person or group that sealed away the elder elemental. But I rolled a 7, so.
All right.
I'm gonna pretty much look at the same thing. Help out.
Okay, so you two are looking at like roughly the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
As you start to work, as Rikki and Vim, you're about to head on over.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I'm gonna see if this double rolls real quick.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Nope. Okay.
There you go.
You see a book glowing in the bookshelf, and you know that's the one.
Turn of Shemshime's rhyme.
Oh no.
Harry, you're about to do this.
Shem.
You sort of, as you're about to head over, Rikki, you sort of look over to the side. The flicker of the lantern sort of like increases as some type of wind comes out, and you notice the flicker on the wall nearby as your shadow sort of flickers and moves with the light, and then continues to move and move a little more, and your shadow begins to animate.
Animate? Oh god, that's weird.
So, you put these things out, as does Vim's.
Got an underground animation guild going on in the Forbidden Library.
Put this stuff on the map.
Anime.
I'm gonna change the map to be the grids to be pink, because you cannot see it otherwise.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, because even using the squares, like the squares are hard because they used the brick tiles, so it's like it still doesn't line up. So with that, clickety clackety, roll for attackety.
Oh heck! I knew something was going on. Whoa! Why is there a big?
It's shadow. It's shadowers.
Oh god, they're the shadow monsters.
Oh no!
And they keep popping up and jump scaring us.
I appreciate the effort to go making some custom tokens.
Oh my god, Shadow Perry looks so freaking cool.
Oh god, color Quilton, it's disgusting.
We gotta put it away.
Tabby. Okay, go ahead and.
Oh wait, wrong one.
That'll be.
I rolled a 9.
To take out your.
I mean,
finally use your fire spirit in this flammable library.
all right.
In the flammable library.
You have my permission.
Does anyone want a 7? Does anyone want to go last?
I'll trade my 9 for your 7.
Fair enough. All right.
Who are we missing? We are missing
Rikki.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing.
That's fine. Add turn. You're taking Vim's 7?
Yeah. Vim's taking my 9.
Your 9. Okay. Slightly different then.
I figure since evil Rikki is going first, I can go last. And then I'm just gonna pretend nothing
Rikki.
before my turn happened. So then I'm first.
Do you want to go last after the other, like the Perry Shadow, or do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend nothing happens before my turn, so
Okay,
I'm first on
that's
initiative.
fine. That's fair. All right.
You get a full range of finding out what they do before you get to act.
Yes.
She decides to go information gathering.
And is going to strength drain on you.
I don't even know what that is.
So it can't affect me.
It's a 19 hit.
19 does in fact. Hold on. Yeah, 19 hit. Yeah, it does.
You're wearing new armor now, right?
Yeah, but I'm not using my shield.
Usually when combat initiates, you're able to draw your weapons.
Yeah, if you wanna equip your shield, that's fine. If you
Doesn't
want
a
to leave
shield
it off,
take-
'cause
I thought a shield took like a while to equip.
it technically takes a round.
Oh, that's
but-
it? A round?
Yeah. So to don or doff a shield is an action.
Oh,
it might be a
okay,
bonus
I-
action, I think it's an
Taken
action,
by
yeah.
surprise, but
I will.
Like you noticed.
Yeah, you'll have your shield with you just because it's your gear. But if you want to put that on, that's fine. Like you just say, that's the first thing that happens as this thing is attacking you. That's completely.
No, I'm gonna punch it. So I'll leave my shield off.
All right. You take.
I thought it took like 20 minutes or something.
Nope. You take 4 necrotic damage.
A shield you just grab. Armor takes time to put on because it's like
Our armor can
lasts and
take
belts and stuff.
1 minute, 10 minutes, or it's like 1 minute to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You take 4 necrotic damage, and I need you to roll a 1d4.
1d4. Hold on. How far is Shadow Vim away from me, and do I see him?
Yeah, you're kind of aware what's going on now because you notice this sort of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it about 25 feet? 50?
Yeah, it says 25.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been waiting my whole rune carver life for this. I'm gonna use my cloud rune.
Okay, so
If I can share that.
Yeah, go ahead. I assume it's
I
a
clicked
reaction.
on
Is this the thing that did not come through?
Oh,
Click on Share to VTT. When you open it up in the right handle, should be Share to VTT.
Cloud Rune is my favorite Final Destination
click
character.
on it, and it says...
The very top, there should be a button that probably says Share to VTT.
I just see one that says Beyond 20 up top.
Yeah, you can click that one too.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's just the one that says Cloud Rune.
Okay. I'll look that up on my
There it is.
Summon Cloud Strife. Deceptive magic used by Cloud Giants, blah blah. You have advantage on Dexterity, Sleight of Hand, and Charisma deception checks. When you or a creature you see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you use your reaction to invoke the rune and choose a different creature within 30 feet of you other than the attacker. Creature becomes a target of the attack using the same roll. Magic can transfer effort. Once you invoke this, you can't do it again. All right, yeah. So you turn it to the Shadow Vim, and it hits him. He takes 4. He takes no damage, as he is immune to necrotic.
Man, this is what I call shadow boxing.
But go ahead and roll me a 1d4.
1d4? Okay.
Yeah.
D4. There. 4.
Ooh, nice. It is, it's a lot weaker. I'm gonna say that its other effect goes through, even if it's immune to the other thing. Just because that was a nice move.
Take that, Shadow Vim. Or
It
Dark
is but a
Vim.
shadow of its former self.
Wait, we gotta come up with cool names for the evil versions of ourselves.
Dim.
Dim. Aww.
God, you came up with that right away too. Bravo.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hilarious.
I'm giving you inspiration for that.
Heyo.
Okay, Dim is up. It's gonna come up to you, Vim, and do the same thing. There's an 11 hit.
No.
No. As it tries to swipe at you with its strength drain and tries to kind of like seep your essence with its shadowness. You just hold your fire up to it and kind of like dissipates it just enough that light can't do anything. Shadow Quilton is up.
Shadow, the Hedge, the ultimate life form.
Yes, a shadow.
Same thing, because all these things can only do one freaking thing. Strength drain. 16 hit Quilton.
Oh, it does not.
17, yeah. Alright. Perry, you're up.
I would like to do mirror image.
Alright.
And with that, does beguiling magic happen?
Let me see what the beguiling magic is.
I'm seeing double here. 10 parries.
Beguiling magic, there it is. You always have the charm. Immediately after you cast an enchantment or illusion spell, and I believe that is an illusion. Yes, you can. You can pick any creature you can see within 60 feet. We'll make a wisdom saving throw. Do you want to try and charm or frighten it?
Let's frighten.
Right. Okay. It needs to make a wisdom save. Rolls a 17.
Oh, yeah, it passes.
You try to scare it, but it makes the same face back at you.
Ah!
Right. Any movement?
I think I don't know, we all need to get together.
Back to back?
Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so I'll go to Quilton. Just take a step towards Quilton.
Okay.
Spikes to back.
I will say that you'll notice that the inner area where the stairwell is more brightly lit because there's a lot of stuff that is not like the shelves are blocking a lot of light, and so the inner area kind of is the most brightly lit part of this room. Quilton,
Okay,
you're
so
up.
Yes, I'm gonna give it a punch.
Okay.
Strike. 15.
15 will hit.
Or 7 bludgeoning.
Did you get the magical wraps, or your fists count as magical?
Nope, they're way too expensive.
Do your fists count as magical for purposes? Because monks do that at some point, especially elemental monks. They might.
Not level 4, and I'm not doing my thing yet.
Okay.
Because I'm going
it
to
doesn't
try.
do as much damage as you punch the air, but you do some damage.
I hit the chair behind me, so I'm going to try to lure it to the light, using bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
Which I'm 99% sure I can do.
I think it's your one of your first features as a focus point.
Well, no, that's like if you want to do like 2 of them at the same time, but I'm just doing 1.
You can bonus action disengage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll double check, but you can move on to the next one.
Yeah, because I know the monk can do that with a focus point.
No, that's like if you want to disengage and dash, I can use a focus point, or if I wanted to take the dodge action.
Right, but those aren't bonus actions. Like the disengage itself is a action. So unless you have something that makes it a bonus action, such as
yes, I'm saying I'm 99% sure I can.
Okay, well, find that for me, and we'll keep that for we'll jump back if we need to. Vim.
Let's see.
Yep, a patient defense. Take the disengage action as a bonus action. Alternatively, you can spend 1 focus point to take disengage and dodge. No, actually,
Yeah.
Might not be a bad idea. I'm going to do that so I'm like hard to hit if he comes after me.
So you're taking the dodge action instead?
No, I'm going to use a focus point and do both.
Alternatively, you can use a focus point, so you can't do both.
Okay.
You take the disengage action as a bonus action.
And
alternatively,
spend 1 focus point to take both the disengage and the dodge action.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to read to the end of the line. My apologies. You are correct. Okay.
Yeah, so if I use a focus point, I basically can do more.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Go ahead and move where you wanted to move, and then Vim, you can go ahead.
I'm trying to taunt it over to me.
I'm going to cast... did it just roll the damage? Yeah, it did. A DC 13 con save. Gonna do frostbite as I pull the heat away from the area.
Okay. 7.
Alright. So, takes 5 cold damage and If it fails a save, it has disadvantage on next weapon attack roll.
How much damage was it?
5 cold.
5 cold. Right. Doesn't seem to have done as much damage as you feel, but it has disadvantage.
I will then... because it's a bonus action, I will also cantrip Produce Flame to prepare it to next turn. So I also create a flame that I can hold in my hand.
Okay.
Does that seem to affect it at all, creating a source of light?
It
sheds
does,
bright light in a
yes.
20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
It doesn't. No. So yeah, I'm gonna say it doesn't.
It just makes it much more noticeable.
Yep. Okay. Como is up, and it's gonna go after Perry.
What's that?
Is going to strength drain.
Oh.
23 will hit, but we need to roll 3d6.
How about I silvery barbs that?
Well, here's the thing. It can hit one of your mirror images instead.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to hold on to that spell slot, you can see if it hits that first, and then you can silvery barbs it. So go ahead and roll 3d6, and if any of them are a 3 or higher, it pops one of your go-kart balloons. Yep.
Me.
Now you have 2.
Not the wacky one.
All right. Yeah, it just pops that. Rikki. Start of combat. You are up first.
Oh yeah, cool.
Now that you've information gathered,
I'm going to punch it in its really beautiful face.
Okay.
Oh yeah, here. And then this one.
You 2 will hit. Seven. Doesn't quite do as much.
And then I'm gonna grapple it.
You try to grapple it, is unfortunately immune to grapple.
It's immune to grapple? Can I push
it's
it?
It's the shadow.
Can I push it?
Yeah, if you have the ability to push it, you can push it, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna aggressively disengage and shove it back 5 feet.
Alright.
Into the light, and then I'm gonna...
Alright, don't push it.
Without invoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Move into the brighter lit area.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll stop there, move back many more. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Ticky's up. It's going to come after you, and I'm going to say that in this area, while it is not technically sunlight, it is bright enough that it's sort of like this magical light of welcoming people in here to adjust your eyes or something like that. So it is. I'm going to give them a disadvantage because of the sunlight sensitivity. So it is going to attack you at disadvantage, Rikki, with its strength drain. That's a 9 hit.
Does not.
Pretty much it. Dim, attacking the Vim.
Ooh.
Does a 22 hit?
Ooh.
Well, it would be the 17 because he's got disadvantage.
Oh, he does have disadvantage. Okay, well, you're right. Yeah, he does. All right, yeah, I kept that in there. Oh, yeah, you guys can see that. Stupid me. Either way.
However, 17 hits.
17 will hit. Okay, you take 8 necrotic damage. Make sure that goes to GM. Whoop, ignore that other one. That didn't change its initiative. It didn't. Good. And I need you to roll a 1d4.
There.
your strength, not its modifier, but your strength score is reduced by 2.
It was 8 damage.
So you can go to there should be take 8 necrotic, and you should be able to do a override or modifier for the strength score. Reduce that by 2.
Modifier, there it is. -2. No wait, that's the score.
It'll probably change the score, but
Yeah, your score goes down by 1,
modifier.
essentially.
Yeah, your modifier goes down by 1, your score goes down by 2.
I gotta
While you figure that out,
reset.
Shadow the Hedgehog is up, and it's going to go up here, and it's going to have disadvantage. So 9 will not hit Quilton.
9.
Perry, you are up.
All right. I'm thinking Bane. Might need to Bane it up. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make a charisma saving throw whenever the target fails to save. Makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends. The target must subtract 1d4 from the attack roll or save.
Yep.
Fool,
Okay.
don't do Bane. They were born in the shadows.
Which 3 do you want to do? I assume the 3 closest to you, Como, Shadow, and Tiki?
Yes.
Okay.
But let me
we'll go...
make sure. Hold on. Tiki might not be. It's not in range. As much as I would, I probably just threw myself, but
Okay.
it's within 30 feet.
Okay, so Shadow and
Move right here,
Kumo then.
or you'll still be in range. You won't. Oh wait, it's still too far. Never mind.
No, yeah, it's still too far. Yeah. So unless you want to try and take an attack of opportunity, which you're shielded from,
Has to be one tile further away.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do I'll let him have the opportunity, but I do have the.
Yep.
The guys.
Okay.
The boys who are back in town.
So he rolls a 6, so he misses. And you just
Okay.
shove yourself against there, and we'll say that that's enough for you to cast it. So we'll go in Kumo, Shadow, and Tiki, and we're looking for 13. 5. 18. 5. So Kumo and Tiki have a -d4.
Since you're now disengaged, you can move even more.
I don't know where to.
Well, you're not disengaged, but you are not next to them, so you can kind of move wherever you want to go now.
Is the room high enough that she could like flutter over the bookcase?
I'm gonna say the bookcase kind of goes to the top of the thing. It's one of those libraries. You are concentrating. All right. So where'd you like to move, Fairy?
I need to get to everybody else, but I can't get around Shadow.
You can move around Shadow.
Yeah, you can go right here.
Yeah, they're mostly incorporeal, so
away from them again.
yeah, you can. Yeah, if you want to move like right here next to Quilton, that would not invoke attack of opportunity. So you're shimming around them. So there you go.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Quilton, you're up.
Right. That dodge was kind of pointless, but going to his bonus action, activate elemental form. It's going to be thunder damage.
Okay.
I can only do 1 attack. This is my bonus action. .22.
22 will hit.
Max damage for 9 thunder.
As you do the thunder, like a bunch of like books and pages kind of like fall off the shelves. Nothing breaking, but like kind of just a shockwave to it. It still doesn't take all of the damage. It kind of like it kind of gets pushed back in like a bit of a wave form, and then forms back. It's into the shadow self that it is. Anything else?
Do I think it's immune to magic, resistant to magic, or just the thunder?
You think it's resistant to elemental magic. We'll say that you've researched enough that you'll get that information by passing.
Have him give me a strength saving throw, and we'll try to push it backwards.
It's in the light, so it gets disadvantage. 5.
5. Push back 10 feet.
Anything else?
That is it.
Vim, you're up.
So some clarification for line of sight. So this is a bookcase.
Yeah.
Is this a gap in the bookcases?
I will say yes. Say that it's a lamp. It is a little bit bad. Probably not enough to squeeze through unless you're small, but you can definitely see through it.
I'm gonna step here. I'm gonna use my action to summon Slaughter.
All right.
And it says, when I summon the wildfire spirit, each creature within 10 feet of where it appears other than me must succeed a dex saving throw or take fire damage.
Where would you like to summon it?
So I'll drop him next to me here.
Okay.
So DC 13.
Save.
Yes.
10 fails.
All right, rolling 2d6 fire damage. Nice
It doesn't quite do 7. It is resistant to it.
That's fine.
But you managed to not attack any of the books. None of the books are on fire.
I will then give a command, which the spirit takes its turn immediately after mine.
Yes.
And I will tell the spirit to fiery teleport.
Oh,
so
no.
The spirit and each willing creature of my choice within 5 feet of it teleport up to 15 foot. Each creature within 5 foot of the space that the spirit left must do that save again.
I see you want to get into roughly there.
Yeah, so I just go, snap Slaughter and then go, let's go! Boom!
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay, so... Or take, so there's no half damage. Yeah, so it's fine on that one. But yeah, I just go,
was it all creatures within 5 feet or 10 feet?
Each creature within 5 foot of the space that it left.
You are far enough away from the books that they still do not catch on fire. And you have, it's no longer
very
your turn.
precision
napalming. Goes after you. Okay. That's it. Como is up.
Oh, did I miss Slaughter being summoned?
Yeah.
Slaughter summoned.
Very, very precisely exploding.
Como's coming after you, Perry, as the disadvantage strength save and a minus d4. Roll me a d4, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's very good. So that's a 13. Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Good, because it rolled 13 necrotic damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so you just managed to, you kind of pick up, reach towards the sconce and point it at the shadow as it comes at you, and just barely manage to kind of dissipate the light as it's dissipate the shadow as it's reaching to attack you. Rikki, you're up.
But yeah, when Vim appears, he's like, don't let him touch you. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't like it.
Alright, I'm gonna punch. Again.
Okay. "21 hits.
I'm gonna aggressively disengage and push it back 5 feet.
Okay. Do about 5 damage to it, and you push it back.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna go about here. Can I stand here, like, under this?
If you do, you'll get attack of opportunity, so I'd say right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There.
Anything else? That's good. Yeah,
Nope,
that's good.
that's it. These
Tick
things
these
seem
up.
pretty single-minded, so I'm hoping that it comes
Yeah.
at me.
I'm going to say that it does. I'm going to say that these things are kind of conjured in such a way that they're just straight up coming after their owners.
Does it invoke attacks of opportunity?
Quilton and Perry, you may make a attack of opportunity with a melee weapon or unarmed strike.
Okay. Is that allowed?
Yeah. It's part of the rules.
13.
13 will hit.
Me, you said?
You can do it as well, Perry, yes.
Or you can save your reaction if you think
You have a different
like
reaction.
barbs is better to be ready for.
It's up to you.
That's true.
9.
Let's hold off.
Rikki was basically said that was Boom's strategy, saying hit this thing as I run by. So you'd probably be encouraged.
Oh, okay.
But again, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Well, I probably won't.
That's unfortunately a miss. So sorry,
Yeah.
I'm wasted.
So this time, since Thunder did work, I'm going to waterbend the water in that pouch and do the extra 3. So that'll be 12.
Okay. Does another 1 damage, unfortunately, because it is still immune to cold. Or not immune, but resistant.
Yeah.
Or no, actually, because I rounded down twice, so it does 1 extra damage. So it is a little less. So because we'll add them together before you do anything, because it's all cold damage. All right, yeah, okay. So that benefited you getting the double odds. All right, and Ticky's gonna go ahead and attack at disadvantage on Rikki. 6 will not hit.
Cool.
Dim is up. It's gonna go through and attack Vim. Disadvantage. 9's not gonna hit.
Dim's like,
Shadow the Hedge.
I hate fire. I like
Shadow the
water.
Hedge. 9's gonna miss.
A loving family upbringing.
I have a family who loves me,
Perry, you're up.
and I'm very secure about myself.
Starry Wisp on Como.
Okay. Go ahead and do the attack for that.
At disadvantage, unfortunately.
It would be a disadvantage because it's range, yes. Still good. That'll hit.
Radiant.
Radiant.
It does
But they're not resistant
a
to
lot
radiant.
of... They are vulnerable.
Oh.
That's what I
You
figured.
do a lot of
Baby.
damage, yeah. Nice hit on that. As it's just, it's kind of imagine like this radiant electricity kind of like flowing through it. It's kind of affected by that. Anything else, Perry? It's okay if you don't.
You give out inspiration.
Yeah, I was just about to do that. The Mantle of Inspiration, so everybody what should I do? Bardic or Mantle?
Oh yeah, we could all
Like-
shuffle together. Because that lets us move.
I don't know if we need to move.
Oh wait, other than Quilton, because you use your reaction.
You're all pretty much in an area that is the worst that they can do, so unless you really want to, like, get into a new position, you're probably better just doing a normal Bardic Inspiration, I'd say.
Alright, who's next? Quilton, let's give it to Quilton.
Okay.
Alright, Quilton's got a Bardic. Alright. Quilton, you're up.
Now I can do my bonus action as attack. Too bad I can't punch and force damage yet.
Yeah.
Alright, want to hit Nigga Quilton?
Shadow.
Yep.
Okay.
8.
8 will not hit.
Probably not worth doing a Bardic. Do bonus action attack. 22.
22 will hit.
And try a different element. Gonna do acid.
Same thing, doesn't affect it as much. It's whittling it down.
Gonna use Flurry of Blows to do an extra attack.
Flurry of Blows is no longer a bonus action. Yeah, 2 unarmed strikes is bonus action, so if you want to use that instead of the 1, that's fine.
Well, that's what I intend to do. I intended to do
Okay, yeah, so that's your
blows.
first flurry blow then do your second flurry blow.
Yeah, sorry.
Because you get a bonus action attack if you don't have any focus points, so.
Natural 1, waste of time.
That'll unfortunately miss.
Alright.
Anything else?
That is it.
Vim, you're up.
What does the B stand for on my character?
Bardic Inspiration.
Oh.
I was gonna say badass.
I usually put the
Here,
die number.
well, I'm not you.
Never will be.
Oh my god. And
All right.
that's okay, because Mark
I don't know,
is
a lot
special in his own way.
Yay! I think a lot of people thought I was you when we were animating stuff. They'd be like, "Wow, look at Legendary Frog's animation skills now." I'm like, "That's me." Anyway, continue.
I'm gonna go and shoot a scorching ray at each of the shadows that are across the way.
It will be disadvantage unless you step away.
Not at mine.
It's still disadvantage if somebody's next to you because they're distracting you. Is the idea? It's like
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sticking his tongue out and making
Let's see.
faces.
I know
You
what
have
I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll hold the action to shoot at them, and then I'll tell Slaughter to teleport me.
Smart. You're on the back side of the bookshelf, so they do not catch fire. Where would you like to move to?
Let's see. They can move to 15 foot from where they are, so yeah, I'll just go over here.
Imagine a librarian seeing every time it catches fire. It's like, no, the books.
There's just an increasing waft of smoke coming up. That's going to get their attention.
So Joey Keldrick just wakes up, like, wherever he is. He's like, something's wrong. My librarian senses tingling.
Oh yeah, Keldrick is like,
And, yeah.
it's like,
Gonna shoot.
somewhere in the multiverse, there's a library in danger.
Pew, pew. So.
Well, first, I need to do the dex save,
Yeah.
which it does a disadvantage. 8, so fails.
Nice. So for that one, let's see, 'cause it's not as strong as the summon. It's 1d6 plus 2. So 1d6. So 2 and 2. 4 fire, which is probably halved to 2.
Yep, half to 2.
All right,
Okay.
and then action: Scorching Ray against Dim.
Okay. 18 will hit.
Let's see. 9.
Still halved. Second one.
Scorching Ray against Como.
All right. Hit.
15. 7. And this was a
Barely
Scorching Ray
alive.
against Tiki.
Okay. Natural 20 will hit. Of course, you did the one with the least amount of HP.
Why is it not rolling? Come on, roll it. I'm gonna click it again. It doesn't want to roll the crit one.
Here, I'll click on the thing here for you. Oh, it did do it. Yeah, it's weird. Either way, it has 2 HP left. So, how do you want to do this?
I think I turn it into a Nagasaki shadow.
Oh, yeah, you kind of like bright it with the fire,
Splat it against the wall, and it just
and
sort of like
yeah, it just kind of like goes against the wall and then just like freezes there and is gone.
yeah.
No, we're living in
It becomes like a soot shadow on the wall when if someone brushes up against it. They're just
we're living in a post Thunderbolts world, so it's more like the void.
Oh no. Anything else for him?
That's a hip reference right now.
Yeah.
That was Slaughter's turn actually, and you did your held action, so Como is now up. Yeah, it's just gonna attack Perry. Disadvantage and a minus D4.
Oh, what a world.
Wow. Roll a D4 for me, Perry. It's a 21 hit.
Yeah, it absolutely hits.
The 222 is a disadvantage. You take 8 necrotic damage. And your strength score is reduced by 4.
How do I do that temporarily?
If you click on your strength score, or manage strength or something like that, you should be able to open it up and then
click where it says STR.
Yeah, you should be able to open up the panel and it'll have a modifier, and you put a -4 in there.
Customize. There are 4 different boxes.
Should be one that says like override, not override.
Modifier.
Modifier.
Yeah, put a modifier then to -2 or 4.
That's okay. You can take your time to do it because we'll just keep going on. Rikki, you are up.
I'm gonna punch Evil Perry.
Okay.
You don't have to worry too much about it since you don't use strength. But if it gets to 0, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be Perry Noir?
That would have been good, but I went for Perry Como.
Which I appreciate.
11 just misses.
I don't get the reference.
I'm gonna use my action surge.
I don't know.
It's like he's a singer from the 50s, 60s, and possibly 40s.
So that's the saving throw. You wanna click on the ability score, not the saving throw one. 12 does hit. So you'll see what we mean if you click on the strength.
Oh, other
score.
modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was it? 6 or 8?
-4.
4. Okay.
You're gonna be a little shaky after
That's
that.
fine.
Rikki, how do you want to do
I've never been
this?
a strong boy.
I'm gonna do a super cool spiraling uppercut and leave a trail of shadow coming off of my fist as it dissipates.
Yes. You kind of have like it looks like you've got like magic energy of like shadow on your fist, like you have like a shadow punch as you do that.
And then I'm gonna.
As Perry watches Shadow Perry
5,
die.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You got shadowed.
Alright. Anything else, Rikki? Just that?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Dim, I see what you're doing. Smart move. Go ahead and take attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. You can beat me.
23 will hit. How do you want to do this?
I'm actually, as he goes by, I'm going to clothesline him and just the head and body kind of separate and keep moving towards Vim and disperse.
Yeah, it kind of like the body kind of collapses and then the head kind of like spirals from the neck part forward.
I duck and the head goes over me.
Yeah. Vim, you were holding on to that fire, and I don't think you have it anymore, but Shadow is up.
Shit.
Either way, I think you guys are going to be good after a turn or two. Does a 21 hit Quilton?
Does.
I assume it does. You take 8 necrotic damage, Quilton.
We done lost him.
And your strength goes down by 1. And we can't hear you if you are talking, so just FYI.
I'm not on the board anymore.
Oh, I killed Perry instead of
Uh-oh, and now evil Perry takes over, and we
They've been
never know.
replaced.
I was 11.
11. Okay. So you would have been up after the shadow, so you're up now.
All right, let's Starry Wisp this mofo.
How do we disadvantage?
Aw.
11 misses.
Oh no!
So sorry. The net 22. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It happens. I should have.
You try to start a whisper.
I knew it.
You put your hand through the shadow.
Yeah.
And you accidentally shoot behind it. Luckily, it doesn't hit a book.
Or hits one book, but it's one no one likes.
It's in the fantasy romance section.
It's got Jay Sherman, but as a wizard going, buy my book, and a cutout, buy my book, and you hit that thing.
Love it. Well, that was me.
Okay. Quilton, you're up.
It stinks. It stinks.
Don't mean to be a bummer, but did Perry do a concentration check?
That's true. Although everything that she's concentrating on is gone, so.
Oh, I thought maybe mirror image was concentration.
No, that one's not concentration. The
Okay.
other one was. But you're up, Quilton. You still have a Bardic Inspiration die if needed.
I'm gonna switch it up, because I have a magical weapon.
That's good that you're doing it now that we're at the end of combat.
Yeah. Gotta remember this, so I'm gonna pull out the sword. 17.
17 hits. You do 1 damage.
7.
7. How do you want to do this? You did 5 and you did 7.
I kind of do a cool, like, I take the cane, take the pommel, and I just do a slice so fast that, like, you can barely see it, and then the two halves
you do animate.
I run forward and, like, I do the anime thing, and then I sheath the weapon again, and the two halves, like, dissipate into the air.
You jerk the blade on the end to get all the excess shadow off of it.
Yeah.
Resheath it in the cane. We are out of combat.
It would have been useful to know before. I forgot. Sorry, guys.
So just to finish this up, as you're finished, the shadows are gone. There's kind of like a quiet just to make sure nothing comes back. And you're fine. What would you like to do?
Can I listen or look around? Is there anyone else or sign of anyone else?
Yeah, is the librarian still here?
Perception checks, please.
Because I was suspicious of that sketchy librarian.
We were about to start looking for people.
1 and 9. So is everybody looking? Because that will be their one thing that they do right now. So
yeah.
If that's the case. All right. Swiftgale is not in the library at the moment. You hear the door open up top, and he comes on down. He's like, "Yeah, what was all that noise? I heard a big boom. And are the books okay? What's going on? What did you do? What did you do?"
What did we do?
Yeah, that's what I asked. Yes, you're accused. Now tell me what happened. What happened?
Anyone else want to leave this tale?
I point to the silhouette that's still imprinted on the wall.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
It was us, but oh no, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's fine.
It was us, but it was like evil, and they were attacking us.
What happened?
Well,
you're discussing, investigating, and see if there's someone here responsible for stealing all of those pages. and all of a sudden we get attacked by evil shadow copies.
Okay, well, what books were you looking at? You remember how I said that it's mostly the former, with the whole books won't open and cause damage or whatnot and explode? This might have been one of those little latter cases.
We didn't touch a book.
Can I insight that?
You may.
Okay. I don't have a great insight check, so.
Turns out,
I'm
like,
already
Vim,
dead set on thinking he is.
Vim was sat on a book of like shadow puppetry this whole time. Oh yeah, at the present moment, there's 2 berries.
Oh, again, 8. Yeah, it's can't read anything bad off of him. He seems fine. I mean, he wasn't here, but like you don't see anything in his that's giving away any sort of distrust.
Because there's an awful lot of pages in your library that are missing from books that you supposedly watch over very carefully.
Are you insinuating that I made that thing attack you or something?
I mean, you've been here the whole time. I'm not saying that you're the person who did it.
Well, that's obvious. I can tell you what I was doing. There's no way that I could have been here to make any sort of magical creatures come out. I was returning some evocation scrolls to their proper place in the upper library area.
Library area.
Hey, don't make fun of me.
Did anyone see you while you were?
A fan of soliloquies. Sorry, go on. Alliteration.
I can bring you exactly to where I was putting my scrolls away. It's early in the morning, people aren't into the library as much as yet, but I can show you where I can bring you to where I brought them. They were very fragile, and I put them on the far side over there in the library but to be careful, be protected. He brings you upstairs and does show you some very old, fragile-looking evocation scrolls. That are out of place, kind of, initially, so it does seem like they have just been put there.
Your story seems to check out.
Well, they better.
Who in this school would be able to cast such a spell?
I mean, anybody that's above the undergrad, honestly. It's a magic school. We all know magic. This might be a thing. We should... Go ahead.
Don't you find it the least bit concerning that we got attacked in your library?
I mean, I am, but you immediately jumped on me. First and foremost, are all of you okay? Do any of you need healing?
I could use a little bit.
Alright, well, here, come with me. I'll bring you all to the infirmary to be looked over, and then we can talk to security while we're there, and we will see what's going on, alright?
What is Perry's overall modifier on strength at the moment?
-3.
Oof.
I'm sitting at a 4, baby.
Oof.
Yeah, your hat is very heavy.
Yeah, because you were saying it's fine, strength wasn't their strong suit, and I was like, yeah, that's the issue. If it gets too low, you die. You
At least it wasn't wisdom.
Unconscious.
If it was, I have less wisdom than I do strength.
So you guys are brought to... go ahead.
I wanted to ask him what the range on some sort of spell like that would be.
I mean, it would depend on the spell. It could have been here as someone could have put it up even days, weeks earlier, just to let it come out at any point. Could have been in one of the books, just dormant that we didn't even know about. That's happened once or twice. But you were all brought to the infirmary.
Before we leave, I would like to use my second wild shape ability to leave a lizard spy cam in the library.
All right.
That will
how
save
long will that
me from
last?
staying there.
How long will that last?
I think it it's basically it acts as fine familiar.
Okay,
And
so
it
it's just there
lasts.
until whenever. Okay.
But you can only see through it if you like switch places.
Yeah.
If I choose to, but I'm gonna every now and then I'm gonna be like, let's see, is anyone checking on the books we were checking?
Every now and then.
What if
check
I
my
just
book
carry
and
Vim? Then he could just watch the whole time.
Vim is very hurt. Okay, we'll say that you're doing that, and in the immediate aftermath, everybody gets a short rest, and your strength modifiers remove all your strength your strength detriments, go back to normal. The couple of things you do see are Swiftgale begins to like pick up, kind of like tries to scrub off the shadow on the wall. Kind of puts away any of the fallen books, checks things for burnt paper. That's all you get for now. We can explore that next time, as that is where we will call it for today.
Oh boy.
Okay, it lasts until a long rest. It says.
Okay, all right, cool.
So I have a lizard spy cam. Keeping an eye on the library while we're not there, and obviously, we're not there, so no one will worry about the fact that we're not there, and etc.
So apologies for no breaks. I just kind of got into it and forgot that breaks are a thing that happen. So I hope everybody's all
you're
right.
okay.
We had a
thank you for that. I wasn't sure how the. Oh, go ahead.
We had a 10-second break as he went away from keyboard.
Yeah, as I went to my bathroom break.
Breaks you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how the because it doesn't really give you any roles that you need to take in the actual book to do the research. It just says if you research these things for a certain amount of time, they will find certain stuff. So, kind of glad that turned into a let's how to research stuff, and it seemed to work well enough. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure one of those books, when we talked about the aspect of ice, was a foreshadowing.
Could have been, yeah. But I'm assuming they have aspect of all things in their lore, so wouldn't be surprised.
Do they have an aspect of ratio?
Yeah, but it was Cinerama, so it was like, 3 cameras set up.
Not everybody.
It was a long shot getting a Cinerama joke in there, reference in there. How the West was won? No? Alright.
Cricket noises.
Cricket noises.
Is a 3-strip process, 3 cameras projected onto a curved screen. There you go. See if I can get a thing. No, I'm not going to have a... Of course, there's not going to be a thing on it. Blah, stupid. Either way, thank you all. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we will get through this chapter next game. Which are we doing? We're back to bi-weekly or semi-monthly, every 2 weeks.
Well, that's what we were on. I think we should be good for not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
I'll double check and get back to you.
Okay. All right. So we'll check for Tuesday after next. First Tuesday in June, I guess.
We're getting to the back end of the adventure, so.
Okay.
Let me check my schedule real quick.
Oh, just let us know.
Okay, no, the 3rd will work.
Okay. All right. Thank you for anybody watching on Boom Stream. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed having a bunch of shadows just do the same attack all the time.
Yeah, it was pretty fun though for us. We got to beat the heck out of them.
Yep. The thing there was that they were your shadows, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did seem a bit shady.
We're using, I don't know if they even changed. We're using 2024 shadows.
No, I'm using the ones that came with the thing, so it's 2014 ones. I thought about I should probably make sure these do something different or whatever.
So just fun fact, the new ones aren't resistant to normal attacks, but they're still resistant to magic.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but you got I countered that by making them have disadvantage in the center of the room. So
okay, yes,
you guys had it. Yeah, I was like, I should probably do that. And it was like, no, I thought your attacks would have been magical.
I mean that happens at higher level.
Yeah, I thought it was a little lower. So either way, yeah, glad you had fun. Welcome to the Avium.
We'll probably get through what we do with the shadows.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Everyone out there in chat, I'm sending you over to Goblin Tuesday. Have a good time, and we'll see you tomorrow night for whatever the heck I end up doing.